presented by Organo Colombian Roast.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon or good evening, whenever you're watching this. We're excited to have you today. My name is Theo Fowles. I'm the secretary of the Ujamaa Investment Club in Los Angeles, and I have the pleasure of having my nephew Shareef here with me for the summer. And my background is in education. I taught high school for about 4.5 years, and so I knew that he is in elementary school, and we wanted to make sure that he had an exciting and fun summer, but also learn some things along the way. And so I was able to hop on Amazon and find something for him to learn. And because I'm in an investment club, I said, what can he learn about money? And one of the first things that I found was a book. And Shareef, could you hold up this awesome book that we read? And what's it called?
Danny Dollar and the Lemonade Escapade.
Danny Dollar and the Lemonade Escapade by Ty Allan Jackson. And so I said, hey, not only does the kid on the front look like him, but it's got some awesome information on the inside. And so he ended up doing a book report, and I'm glad to have Mr. Ty Allan Jackson here with us today. And Shareef has some awesome and amazing questions for him. And I'm going to turn it over to Shareef to ask him his questions.
Okay, so my first question is, do you like dogs?
Do I like dogs? You know, it's funny you kind of say that. I was just watching this video where people were saying that we always seem to have to pick whether you're a cat person or a dog person. And you know what? Why can't you be both? So I like dogs and I also like cats. I don't have either, but I do like them both. Great question. I like these questions so far. We're off to a good start.
Question number 2. What is your favorite thing to eat and drink?
Ooh, wow. Awesome questions. I'm really digging this. Okay. So I am a foodie, which means I really like good food. And that means I stay away from fast food. I stay away from junk. I like to eat food that people cook, because I'm not really a great cook, and that put love in their cooking. So it's kind of hard to answer the food question because I love all different types of food. You know, sometimes you want to watch a movie and sometimes you want to watch a comedy. Sometimes you want to watch an action movie. Sometimes you want to watch a scary movie. And it all just varies upon how you feel. I'm kind of the same way with food. Sometimes I like soul food. Sometimes I like Malaysian food or Thai food. Sometimes I like Italian. It all kind of varies. But if I had to be on a desert island and I had to pick one food to eat for the rest of my life, I think I'm going to go with fried chicken. I'm sorry. I know it might be even a little stereotypical, but there's nothing like a really good piece of fried chicken.
There you go. What's your favorite food?
Pizza.
Pizza?
Pizza. Oh, okay. And I didn't answer the beverage question. So my favorite thing to drink is just water. You know, our bodies are made up mostly of water. And so I think it's really important to replenish that and put it back. And so I love drinking water, but I mostly like drinking sparkling water with like a little bit of flavor to it. So Poland Spring, not to give them a plug, but they make really great flavored sparkling water. And I probably drink that a lot more than I should. But it's relatively healthy because it's not like soda. It's pretty much just bubbly water. So, and I almost want to retract my fried chicken answer, but because it's really not the healthiest thing in the world to eat. I do eat a tremendous amount of fish and vegetables, which I really do love. But like I said, if I had a guilty pleasure, it's fried chicken.
What's next?
Question number 3. What made you come up with the book, Danny Dollar and the Lemonade Escapade?
I'm really happy to share that story, and I'm going to try to make it quick because sometimes I can make it a little long. But many years ago, or a few years ago, my son, who was 6 years old at the time, asked if we could open up a lemonade stand. So we did. And in 3 hours, he made $50 selling lemonade, which completely blew my mind. So then he said, Dad, what am I going to do with all this money? And to be perfectly honest, I didn't know. So when I don't know what to do, I go find the answer in a book. So I go to the bookstore and I try to find a book about money. And as I walk up and down the aisles of this big bookstore, I can't find any books about money, which disappoints me. And I also couldn't find any books about children featuring children of color, any color. Black, Asian, Hindu, they predominantly seem to be just only white characters. And that disappointed me as well. So that gave me the idea of my son wanting to know more about money and the lack of diversity in children's books to create that book, Danny Dollar, which served both purposes. And it must be doing it pretty well, because you contacted me about this book really, really gives me affirmation that that was the right thing to do.
Good question.
Excellent question. You are rocking and rolling on this interview. I think that there's an opportunity for you to be, get your own talk show someday.
I think so.
Okay. So question number 4. What is your favorite type of book and favorite book?
Well, first of all, I enjoy reading all the time. I read every day. It's really important to me. And there's 2 types of books specifically that I really love. I love inspirational books. I like books that inspire me and make me want to do great things, and reading about great people and the adversity they've gone through to become great. Those things really, really inspire me. But also, like the guilty pleasure, I love horror books. I love to be scared. I love to get goosebumps when I'm reading something. And when I hear a bump in the night to jump, it gives me, it makes me happy, and it makes me feel alive when I'm scared. So I love a good scary book. I read a lot of Stephen King and a lot of Dean Koontz, and those are my 2 favorite authors for being scared.
What's your favorite type of book?
Well, this book is like one of the best books I've read, but I don't really have one.
You don't really have one?
And I always try to pick a good book so I can read like a chapter book, like for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as this book, I finished it already, so I'm gonna try to get another book.
Awesome.
So is it safe to say that that book, Danny Dollar, is your favorite book?
There we go. Kid stamp of approval.
That is awesome.
What's your next question?
Okay. This is my last question.
Okay.
What do you think you will write about next?
Wow, that is an awesome question. I have 4 books right now. Danny Dollar is my very first book. It has taken on such an amazing life of its own. It's been turned into a serial story, so that in the newspapers every Sunday, a 1-page pullout would come out in dozens of newspapers across the country, and children across the country get an opportunity to read this book. It's also being turned into a play where I live here in Massachusetts, which is insanely awesome. So the thing that I'm working on now is the sequel to this book, because I want this book to have an amazing life, and I want it not to just inspire this one book to inspire you. I want to write many books to inspire you. And I think that the character Danny Dollar has so much to do and so much to say to inspire young people like yourself to become entrepreneurs and think about their future, that I think would be a shame just to have one book. So my goal is to have many books. So the next book I'm writing is titled Danny Dollar, $2 Bill. And that's going to be the sequel. I'm hoping to have it out in about a year. So I will keep you posted, I promise. But stay tuned to my website, which is bigheadbooks.com, or my Amazon page, which Uncle Theo got your book from in the first place. But me and you, we're going to stay connected. And as soon as I even get my manuscript done, even before I go into print, I want to send you a copy just to get your opinion about it, if that's okay.
Oh, got some perks. Look at that. So I have one question as we wrap up here with our interview. Is what's one thing that you would let kids know about money, and one thing that you would let parents know trying to give their kid more information about money?
I think for kids to know is that, money, I like to call it is a tool. It's an amazing tool for you to use, and just like a tool like a hammer, you can use it to build things or you can use it to destroy things. And what you do with that tool will determine, your quality of life for the most part. If you treat money foolishly, it can really harm your life. But if you use it for good and you use it smartly and wisely, then it can be a great tool for you to help not just yourself have a great life, but to help others. So always look at money as a tool. And one thing I always like to say is that be careful where you spend your money. Your money is your power. It is your voice. Where you give your money to determines, so many different things. Not to mention, every dollar you spend increases somebody else's net worth and takes away from your own. So be very, very strategic about who you give your money to and your power to. There are a lot of businesses out here who don't respect and don't even like the people that spend their money. So you're basically giving your money to people who don't deserve it. So always give your money to businesses that are ethical, that are doing the right thing, and hopefully that are businesses that are looking to empower your community. That way you're not spending money, you're actually investing it. So be sure to spend your money wisely and to look at money as a tool to better your life and others.
Awesome. I always say to do business with people that you know, that you like, and you trust.
I love it. Absolutely. That's a perfect way to sum that up.
And so, Shareef, do you have any questions or anything else that you want to say before we end our show today?
I just want to say that I do only have $8 because I had some money. I went to the zoo yesterday and I saved $8 because I had 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna try to save that money.
You're gonna try to save the $8 you have left? All right, sounds like a plan.
Excellent
All right,
job.
yes, sir. I'm excited, and I thank you for spending some time with us. We'll definitely be in touch. And if you're watching this online, of course, we'll add some links to the end of this video so that you can get in touch with Mr. Ty Allan Jackson and some of the other sponsors of this video. So with that, I'll say good morning, good afternoon, and good night, and we'll see you at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. Have a good one, guys.